What's up guys, this is Miasin, and today I'm back with a pretty interesting video. I will be criticizing my previous top 10 best decks video of the format that I've uploaded when we got the ban list, and I'll try to figure out a more accurate ranking utilizing the new data that we've got from recent events. And of course, before this video starts, you already know the drill. Friendly reminder to smash the like and subscribe button. I absolutely love you, and now let's get right into it. Alrighty, so in the number 10 position, I previously stated that Spriggins was a good deck and that it should be in the top 10, but I think I changed my mind on it. Even though it is a good deck, unfortunately the deck does have issues when the field spell doesn't go through because that is a huge choke point for it, and because of that it is less resilient and shouldn't really be in the top 10 right now. The deck I'm changing my mind with would be Trap Tricks because I think it's a really good deck and it's a really good budget deck that pretty much everyone can get their hands on, but unfortunately it shouldn't be any higher on the list because it does have some huge inherent flaws. Trap Tricks can actually break on drawing way too many monsters, unlike Labyrinth, and also you can actually miss the timing with your Chapel cards, which sucks. Next up used to be Plunder Patrol, and I would say I agree. I think it should actually still stay here, but I'm not really an expert on the deck, so you should actually ask the captain himself. But yeah, it's a good deck, and the new Synchro Monster definitely helps. In the number 7 position, I used to have combo decks in general featuring the Mechanco engine, but I think I changed my mind. Unfortunately, we're not really seeing Mechanco or combo decks in general being played this format because there's just way too many blowout cards. And also going second with a combo deck against a Rysar just sucks. Instead of that, I would actually say that Mathmag deserves its spot in the number 7 position because it used to lose to Bestial monsters, but they're no longer really being played, and it actually has a great Labyrinth matchup. Like I said, Mathmag only really loses to like DD Crow-esque cards and like Bestials, etc., but it doesn't really lose to board breakers, which are being played right now. So you can actually destroy Labyrinth because on their end phase or something, you can use the Super Factorial, summon the Laplacian, and make them lose a lot of cards. In the number 6 position, in my previous video, I had Rika, but I also changed my mind on that. Rika has massive issues with getting their cards banished because of Diablos' the Mind Hacker against Kashtira, and that's a huge deal breaker. The only way to circumvent that would be to play a lot of cards as not one of, so 2 ofs and 3 ofs, but then you're just gonna start breaking. Not to mention that Rika actually loses really hard to evenly matched, and some decks are actually main decking that card right now. Therefore, I chose to give this spot to Sword Soul because I think it deserves it. It's a decent deck that can adapt itself to pretty much any given format, and even though it's not broken, it is consistent at just being good. High floor level because you're not really breaking, but at the same time kind of low ceiling because you're never doing something crazy. Now, number 5 used to be Labyrinth and number 4 used to be Despia, but I'm actually going to be switching them around. Despia loses a little too hard to Ash, and I want to say Labyrinth in general is more resilient than it. Despia is that kind of deck that pretty much always wins when things go in their favor, but at the same time, they can actually insta-lose post game 1. D-Bear is seeing a resurgence in people's side decks, and that card definitely demolishes Despia. Not to mention that there's also a lot of awareness on Gimmick Puppet Nightmare, so that deck doesn't really catch people off guard anymore. Alright, so number 3 is actually going to be a downgrade because I used to have it in my number 2 position. And I'm talking about Naturia Rune. Actually, I used to say just runic-based strategies in general, but Naturia Rune is probably the best runic deck right now. It is very powerful, it draws a lot of cards, it's also really versatile because the runic cards are versatile, and that's the reason why I think they're the future of the game as long as they can stick around. And a flaw I guess I want to say with Naturia Runic is that you can run out of Naturia cards really fast, so you have to know how to win with only the runic cards. Alright, we're almost done now. Number 2 is going to be Sprite, a deck that used to not even be in my top 10 previous best decks video of the format, but I think it clearly should be. Even though the grind game actually drastically worsened because Sprite Elf got banned, you still have so many search cards and toolboxes to have access to when you're running low on gas. People are currently messing around with a bunch of different variants, so either the Evil Twin Sprite deck or the Melfi Sprite, that one's actually really popular, or even Kashtira Sprite. So yeah, Sprite is definitely no joke, and that's the reason why I dominated YCS Lima Peru. Anyways, last but definitely not least is obviously Kashtira. I actually don't really like that deck too much, and I don't think it's the deck that's going to give you the best odds at winning an event, but that still doesn't change the fact that it is the deck to beat this format. You are forced to acknowledge and respect it, which actually speaks volume on how good it really is. The funny paradox about Kashtira is that the better it is, the worse it gets because people respect it more and actually deck build to beat it even more. So if people disrespect Kashtira and start respecting the other decks more, then Kashtira becomes broken and also the opposite. Anyways, that's it for my updated top 10 best decks video of the format. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let me know your thoughts about what do you think are the top 10 best decks in the comment section below. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.